Hello, dear Scorpio. How are you? Welcome. I hope you are doing very, very well. Scorpio, let's see how your energies will be for June 2026. We're going to do a general reading. Remember that this applies to everyone who has Sun, Ascendant, Moon, or Venus in the sign of Scorpio. You can complement your readings from your different signs to have a much more personalized horoscope. If you need a personal reading with me, you can write to the email shown on the screen and I will send you all the information you need. You can also call the listed phone numbers where you will be able to reach my team of tarot readers 24 hours a day. They will be answering all your questions instantly. And you are also invited to be part of this channel. You can join to become members. Están bien pagos para participar de sorteos. And this way, you can access great benefits like early access to videos and horoscopes, polls, status updates, and also the chance to participate in giveaways. For personal consultations with me, let's channel a message for the sign of Scorpio. Let's see. Scorpio, you have the King of Swords here. We have the Eight of Swords, we have the Page of Swords, and we have the Five of Swords. How many swords? Scorpio. There's a lot going on with thoughts and the mind. Scorpio, I feel like you're going to be working out some issue, right? Something that's been on your mind, right? That may have been causing confusion on a mental level. I see that's a month of a lot of internal questioning, right? Where have you limited your vision? If you've also felt limited when it comes to expressing yourself, to communicating, if your outlook on life has also run into limits there, whether these limits came from outside, if there's someone who has made you feel like they've imposed some kind of limit on you, for example, Scorpio, you have to think this way. This is about outside influences, if I'm sensing this, right? You have to think this way. You have to, I want to convince you to believe in this, to have this lifestyle. So this can also be due to, that's why I say external factors, right? If you've also given power to someone else, if you've allowed other people to confuse you about what you really believe, right? What I feel is that this month you realize this. It's like there's a kind of click because there will not only be a lot of questioning of your beliefs, right? Like, well, I used to believe in this, I used to have this lifestyle, I used to have this ideology, and now this month has given me the privilege to start analyzing this deeply. Is this really what defines me? This thought, this vision, this belief? Is this really true for me? Or am I just out there doing what someone else is telling me, believing what someone else wants me to believe? That's why I say this month, pay attention. Mercury will be retrograde. That's why your mind is going to be going deep, going inward, questioning all your ideologies and everything you believe in. I feel that this is very connected to pay attention. I see it as a matter of separating yourself a bit from the crowd, right? From the thoughts of others, from other people's views, and start to find your own path, find your own truth and your own vision of life. That's why you also have to, right? Allow these moments where sometimes doubts and confusion may appear, right? You feel kind of disoriented. You don't see things clearly, but it's in those moments that you start to find a new light. I feel like there's a lot of energy this month for research and going deeper, for analysis, for learning, for new information that starts to open up your perspective. You start to see things from a different perspective, things that maybe you couldn't see from that place before, and now you are seeing them. If there have been influences here from other people, whether from your partner, friends, your environment, and so on, there's a Scorpio here who realizes all of this and starts making decisions about it, right? This is like I'm starting to develop my own vision of life. I'm starting to create a new belief, right? This is like, well, they've told you that you have to believe in this, but no, I'm going to go to the source. I'm going to investigate it for myself. Sorry, by myself. Okay. And that's where I'm going to develop that belief. Okay. So that's kind of how I feel that if there's been someone here who you feel has influenced you, you're going to be making decisions about that, right? To start developing your own vision of life. Sometimes this can also be a family member, right? And we're not talking about clashes or conflicts here, but rather that a contrast is starting to appear, a difference in perspective, okay, between what you used to believe and what you're going to start believing. Now, there may also be, pay attention, changes in your studies, I feel, right? If you've chosen a career, started studying something, you might start questioning if this is really what you want to do, dedicate yourself to, or you might get a new perspective, a new one, a new field of study, right? A new career. Limits sometimes appear because I also feel it as um, like ceilings, right? Like, well, that's as far as this thought goes. To be able to move forward, you have to break that limit. Okay? So the point is to see why that limit has appeared. The limits in this situation have to do with ideas or thoughts or beliefs that we have clung to in the past, and to say, no, the truth is, I don't want to keep holding on to this idea. It doesn't define me anymore. So it's what beliefs no longer define you. And surely you're already working on something during this time. Let's see what else we have. Scorpio, June 2026. Ace of Swords. Swords keep coming up. Nine of Wands, Six of Swords, Justice. Well, I'm amazed by the energy, because it's very synchronized. Notice that this situation we've talked about, it's very connected, right? To thoughts that you're going to be leaving behind, right? A Scorpio who's leaving behind a focus, a vision, a belief to say, well, I'm going to take from my past what has served me up to today, and what hasn't will be left behind, because now my vision is focused on a new horizon, on new goals, on new objectives, on a new truth I've come to. So I feel that you have researched, you have delved into your thoughts, into your mind, into your emotions, and this month you will be reaching a great truth, a great conclusion. A Scorpio who is beginning to have a new outlook on himself and on life. He begins to find a new path. He starts to cut off the thoughts and visions he no longer resonates with. Um, there may be a situation there, as we have said, a period of confusion or mental uncertainty. That's why I really feel this is because of Mercury retrograde this month. It's going to make you go deep into your thoughts, but I feel like you are ready to face this, right? Because there's a strong I'm ready energy. I'm ready to face whatever I have to face the situation head on. Because these situations of doubt are also going to make you face yourself, right? They might awaken that sense of alertness in you to say, I need to pay more attention to this. Um, I have to pay more attention to other things, right? What is the situation showing me? What is the situation teaching me? What is the new truth that is appearing? You will have the power there to break certain mental ties and to leave them behind. It's the month, okay? It's when it makes itself known, where the truth emerges, where information is key. And when I talk about information, messages that come to you, things you read, uh, channeling information, introspection information that comes to light in the middle of a conversation with another person. So you're going to be really in your head this month. And this is going to lead you to make a decision. Let's see, let's go. Let's see what you're going to. Oh my God, Scorpio. I'm amazed by your reading. It's very, very much about the mind. A lot of changes in thinking, in perspective this month. June 2026, overall energy available. Temperance. Hangman. Knight of Swords. Four of Pentacles. Your mind changes, your mind clears up, right? There's like a vision there, a new vision. Balanced thoughts, right? Committing to this new vision, I feel like you're gonna be letting go of an idea, a way of being that you were holding on to a lot. Thinking this way has given you stability in the past, right? It's like it's given you a kind of support. But today, at this moment, that security is no longer necessary because it confuses you. It's time to move forward with a new vision. The shift in perspective you're going to have is very important, this change in outlook, this ability to step outside yourself and start seeing your world, your environment, everything you've built, the thoughts you've clung to, right? And to say this no longer serves me, this no longer reflects who I am, this belief and this way of seeing things no longer fit me, they belong to the past. Family inheritance, family belief, influences from the environment. This no longer has anything to do with me. I see a Scorpio who, that's why I say, I see the theme of leaving the familia very strongly, separating a bit from the crowd, right? As I said, from the majority mindset, because if most people think this, I have to think the same way too. I have a different vision. I have a different perspective, and I'm not going to give in. Now, instead, I'm going to move forward with this new belief, and I'm going to defend it because it's what I feel and what I think at this moment. Entonces, so there are periods this month that are introspective, but very healing, that will make you change your mindset from one moment to the next, okay? And you will be letting go of something old, a new way of thinking that was kind of tangling you up or keeping you stuck in a situation. And you will make room for that new package of information, that new ideology to enter your life so you can move forward quickly with that new vision. A Scorpio who starts to communicate from a different place, who starts to express himself differently. He doesn't keep things to himself, but if he has something to say to you, he's going to say it. He's not going to keep it. He's not going to stay quiet. He's not going to hold it back. Okay? But he's going to express it because he needs to express this new belief, this new vision of life. Pay attention because the mental shift and the shift in perspective this month are total. I also feel that you will be making decisions regarding your health. Like new health routines, starting to focus more on taking care of your physical body, maybe a mental detox as well, right? in positive thinking, in affirmations, there will be a lot of healing. Let's see what we have, Scorpio. Regarding the major arcana, which major arcana will be accompanying you during June? Which June? 2026. You have the sun. What a beautiful card. Beautiful. Because this is pure brightness, right? It's light. And if the sun appears this month, it's because everything is going to come to light. So everything that has been kept hidden, everything that has also been repressed, pay attention because everything comes to light, everything comes out. You are going to feel a need to express yourselves from your essence, from your spirit, right? It's like, this is who I am, this is my energy, this is what I'm passionate about, this is my light, this is what I've always kept inside. I feel like this is a month that promises growth in many aspects, in many areas of your life, and also development of your potential. Yes, it's also a great month for you to connect with your inner child, to connect with what brings you pleasure. Uh, there may be recognition, there may also be success in a project or something you start, because the sun is a positive energy that helps your goals and objectives consolidate and manifest. Okay? And you will be attracting attention because of your energy, your magnetism, your aura will be radiant. Dear Scorpio, this is what we've seen regarding the overall energy available for the month of June 2026. Have an excellent month, and I'll see you here next time.